Everybody wants to be remembered in some way or the other.
Memorialization is important because we all want to know that our life mattered.
Our jobs as funeral directors are to gently close the eyes of the deceased, but compassionately open up the eyes of the living.
It is very important for me as a funeral director to convey to our families that memorialization is important. It is an important part of celebrating the end of a life.
The more we know about that person or what a family wants, the better we can do in listening to them and make suggestions on what would help them begin the grief process.
It is our duty as a funeral director to try and direct people into what is going to be the most satisfying experience for them.
In order to have a good funeral, it has to be a true tribute of that person's life. And the only way we as funeral directors can do that is to understand who that person was.
It's very important to be able to capture those things because that's the person's history. And that's their legacy. And part of our duty is to preserve a person's legacy.
You as funeral directors are trained to help family members memorialize their loved ones. And I know you're concerned about the declining trend in memorialization and funerals across the country. NFDA shares our members' concerns about the decline in memorialization, and that's one of the reasons why we have the Have a Talk of a Lifetime campaign. This campaign will help reverse the overall decline in memorialization.
The Talk of a Lifetime plants this seed that they need to be thinking about memorialization, and it points towards the funeral director as the expert to help people along that journey.
It's not necessarily what me as the funeral director thinks they should do. It's me as a good listener, a good guidance counselor, if you will, to guide them in a right direction or good direction to have a meaningful service for their loved one.
The Talk of a Lifetime is one of the tools that we can use to help families understand why having these conversations is important.
If they've had that talk, it makes it a lot easier on the funeral director to be able to share that story with their guests, with their loved ones.
The tools that the Talk of a Lifetime campaign will supply us with as funeral directors will help us do our job better.
I think the end result is outstanding because it's not a hard sell campaign.
Funeral homes that are not part of this program will be missing an opportunity to really learn about their families.
It is only under the framework of the National Association that we can have the impact necessary to make the change that we are looking for. And it really is changing our society's view that death is bad and so funerals are bad.
NFDA is supporting me in trying to help families that I serve begin the dialogue about what their life was about.
As a member of NFDA and having an opportunity to be a part of the campaign of having the Talk of a Lifetime, I will be a better funeral director.
NFDA's support and participation in FAMIC's campaign, The Talk of a Lifetime, is one more benefit that adds value to my membership in NFDA.
The Talk of a Lifetime campaign is a wonderful gift for small funeral directors, individual funeral directors, because we could never afford on our own. We don't have the financial resources to put on a campaign like that.
It is our responsibility as funeral professionals to spread the news, to spread the word that you need to have that talk with your family. You need to have that talk of a lifetime. You need to sit down and hear the stories, and you need to share it with those around you.
Funeral directors everywhere should want to have the Talk of a Lifetime campaign in their community.
I think it's very important for all funeral directors nationwide to embrace this campaign. it's good for our communities, and it's good for our society that we help preserve memorialization and funeral service.